We have Coach Tom Izzo, Kalen Lucas, and Draymond Green. Green had 22 points, 12 rebounds. Lucas had 10 points, 2 rebounds. Coach, some opening remarks?
Well, I'm disappointed the way we finished. I didn't think veteran team we should finish a little better than we did. I thought we had some plays that just didn't work out our way. We missed some free throws. They missed 1 or 2, and when they missed them, they got the rebound, and that hurt. And it was tough when we had that 5-6 point lead, and twice we slipped, and they got layup dunks from that half court. And I'm a little disappointed about that too, a negative, because it was just couldn't even stand on that thing. And hey, Kimball Walker's a heck of a player. He played well. I thought we did the things we needed to do, and we made him earn every basket. But he got those layups and breakaways and blocked shots early, and that was disappointing because we had talked so much about kicking out and doing some things that we just didn't do. So it's a learning experience. Great game for the tournament. Guys played a lot better than we did yesterday, but not good enough in the end.
Can you just talk about that shot clock violation at the end and how much that might have changed the momentum? I think they went on a 10-0 run after that.
Yeah, I think the momentum changed on the 2 slips. That's when we were 6 up, and then we just took some poor shots. 1 shot clock violation doesn't change, I don't think, everything. I think it was more the other things that we did. And yet, hey, they played good. We played pretty good. We both made some mistakes. We just didn't shoot free throws as well after going 11 for 11. We missed a couple. We hadn't turned the ball over at all the first half. We turned it over more the second half. And the rebounding, it was okay, but we just got to get more out of a couple guys if we're going to be a great team. But there's a team that's bigger than us, and we did a pretty good job on the boards. I guess that's where we fall into at Michigan State right now, that we used to do a pretty good job. We beat teams by 10 on the boards, and right now we're looking to tie them, so I'm not real pleased with that.
Okay, I just want to ask you about that last possession. It looked like Durrell cut to the basket, and you thought he was staying there. Is that basically what happened in that last play?
I mean, on that play, I tried to just attack, and I thought Rel was going to be in the corner, but he slashed. And it was pretty much just a bad play on my part. I should have just knew he was going to cut. Should have thrown the ball.
Yesterday you said that playfully that Jim Calhoun was a sandbagger, that his team was a lot better than he let on. What makes them a good team?
I mean, let's face it, he gets to the free throw line so much. I think he's averaging 10 free throws a game. He gets 6 out of 7, and I thought Kalen did a good job on him. I thought Corey did a good job on him. Of those 10 made buckets, I mean, he had to earn just about every one of them. And we look at a couple of plays, we missed a dunk. We played right before halftime. I thought we played them incredibly well, just what we wanted to do. We walled them. They couldn't get anywhere, and they cast up a 3. And those small plays, give them credit. They made them, and we didn't. And so, Walker's good, but I think he got about at least 4 or 5 of them on layups, on breakaways. So I thought we made him earn everything he got.
Draymond, you had a pretty good game. How do you get yourself to bounce back from having those missed free throws at the end? How much does that hurt you?
It hurt a lot, but just hopefully they're gone. Just gotta stay in the gym. They felt pretty good, so I don't think there's anything wrong with my mechanics. We just gotta use more of it. I want to live in the gym shooting.
Rob Colias, Maui News. Kalen, can you talk about, you guys played this UConn team, well, not this UConn team, but you faced Kemba Walker in the 2009 Final Four. How far has he come from then to now?
One thing he's doing good is he's shooting the ball better. He's shooting the ball a lot better, and just being more aggressive on the offensive end.
It's press. Did you consider calling time at that last time out with the 19.6 seconds left?
I did. I usually do. I thought with veteran guys that we wouldn't, and I'm still not disappointed with what we got. We had a play called, and actually I thought it was pretty good. Corey made a good decision, hit K, and we just didn't finish the job, But we got an open look, but I normally do. I probably will more often than not. Just one of those days where I decided not to, and yet we had the play called because of the free throw.
Coach, you've been generous with the comments, but any last comments before we
I'm
finish?
just disappointed, the way we finished, but I'm proud of them. They quick turnaround. They did a pretty good job of. In fact, we had a real good walkthrough today. As far as growing up and learning, we learned a lot. As far as competing, nobody competes any harder than Jimmy's teams. He has. Since we played him back in the mid-'90s, I've learned a lot from Connecticut. Very tough team. That's what I love about his teams and about him. And we're still we're veterans, but we played today without 3 guys that started in the Final Four. And so now with Nick's out, it's going to take us a little time. Thank God Kalen is at least probably as healthy as he can be, considering Draymond's getting better. A couple other guys will get better, and it'll be a good test tomorrow against either Washington or Kentucky. So thanks a lot.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Kalen. Thank you, Draymond. MSU will play tomorrow afternoon at noon. All right, we have Coach Calhoun here with Kemba Walker and Alex Oriaki. Alex had 15 points, 17 rebounds, a double-double, and Kemba Walker with 30 points. Coach, opening remarks?
Well, first thing, obviously, Michigan State's a terrific basketball team. And, as the game started, because of the fact that we had played some of those same kids in the Final Four 2 years ago, and they had beaten us. We had A.J. Price, Asheen Tabit, Jeff Adrian and company, and Kim was on that team also. And they really ran great sets against us and eventually wore us down and beat us in the last 3 or 4 minutes in the Final Four. As we approached the game today, I just felt, can we stay with their sets? Can we be as physical and not get pounded on the glass? That's my 3 major concerns, and can we stay together offensively? I think the biggest thing that really made me happy, we were so much better than we were against Wichita State defensively. I believe they scored 6 points in the last 8 or 9 minutes of the basketball game. We didn't score an awful lot ourselves, but if you aren't scoring, we're in pretty good shape. And then the other thing, Alex just showed up big time to help own the boards for us. And then we have Kemba Walker, and Tom didn't. And I really mean that. I mean, I've had some pretty good players in my career, and some terrific basketball players. And Alex is going to be one of those guys, double-double every night. And Kemba is developing into one of the great, not only players, but competitors. You can see the look and emotion, the way he loves to play and compete. And I think for all of us who love the game, it's a joy to watch. And last year we were fortunate enough to beat some pretty good teams. We beat Texas when they were #1, beat West Virginia, beat Villanova on the road. Not a comparison. This is just an absolute tremendous team win. Young guys stepping up and playing great defense, and then recognizing that they have a pretty special guy offensively on the team. And a lot of times teams don't do that, and they recognize that he was our go-to guy. He obviously is delivering greatly for us. But it was I thought it was like a Final Four game or Big East championship game or NCAA tournament game. I thought it was played at that level.
The team's traded so many punches coming down the stretch. I was just wondering if you could comment on your young, inexperienced team's ability to continually push back, down 6, down 5, and kind of own the final pivotal sequences.
Yeah, and quite frankly, in a certain sort of way, we did the exact same thing yesterday. Today was against another level of competition, obviously. I thought the biggest thing, Mike, is that we always were there. We're always there with a chance to win at any point in time, okay? And, we made a late buzzer beater yesterday, a late buzzer beater at the half today. And a lot of that's got to do with will and belief, in my opinion. These guys wanted to play the best team we possibly can. We're getting our wish. We played Wichita, and we played State, and we played Michigan State today. And tomorrow we're going to play a great team, wherever it may be, Washington or Kentucky. But the most important thing is, and I put it on the board for them, to beat teams like a Michigan State. You got to outwill them and outwork them. Somewhere we found some will, led by these 2 guys, one on the inside, one on the outside, to get the key rebounds, to get the key, make the key shots. And once again, as I said, I think when it all came down to it, our young kids played great defense, and we had Kemba Walker.
Kemba, did you tire at all down the stretch, and how gratifying was it for you to get some help inside from Alex and a guy like Neil Skippy grabbing 2 huge offensive rebounds?
Just did I get tired?
Yeah, were you tired at all down the stretch?
Of course. Of course I was tired. Played the whole half. Coach asked me that I needed a sub, but I wanted to win so bad. I said no. He called some key timeouts where I could get some rest. And I was fortunate enough today to have Alex on my side, Shabazz, and just the whole team. Roscoe even Roscoe hit a big shot. Shabazz played some tremendous defense, and it was just a great team effort, and that's what we need. Words can't even describe this win.
It didn't look like you didn't want the ball in your hands at any time, and I mean, how nice is it knowing you get someone like Alex under there, in case it doesn't go in.
It was great. Alex is probably right now amongst the tops in rebounding in the country. So, if I miss a shot, most likely he's going to get that rebound. So, it's a great feeling to have him down there.
Just quickly, I just was thinking this. One of the things that's helping Kim with this is at times last year we asked him to do all the ball with Shabazz up there, and also Shabazz picking up Lucas early. It takes a little bit off him. Once again, we're asking him to do the impossible. He's producing. But my point is, I think that's a really valid point. We can get him off the ball and on the ball, both. Terrific on the ball, obviously, but getting him off the ball allows him, and even not picking the ball full court as we did with Shabazz and Lucas, which I think really eventually helps him to ask for the guy who played the full 20 minutes in the second half, knowing that I know how good he is, so does Michigan State.
Alex, you had 17 rebounds, 9 offensively, against a team like Michigan State that's known for rebounding. I mean, how big was that for your team?
I felt it was really big. Coach Money always trusted me. He always tells me every missed shot's a pass to you. So I told myself, go get the ball off the glass, and you don't need nobody to give it to you. And I felt when I was getting offensive rebounds, my team was confident in me to feed me that low, and I was able to finish as well.
To both Kemba and Alex, I mean, I know it's a lot smaller venue than anything the Final Four is going to be in, but the way the crowd's right on top of you and how loud it can get in there and the atmosphere the rest of the day and the game, I mean, did it kind of give you that kind of feeling?
Of course. It was great. The atmosphere was crazy. My mom was out there. she was the leader of the crowd, just like through high school. So it was great. The crowd was excellent, and hopefully they let that tomorrow.
Kemba, you and Donnell Beverly are the only 2 guys back from the Final Four when you face these guys. They've got 5 guys back. How far have you personally come since that 2009 Final Four against these guys?
I'm averaging 30 points right now.
I'll help you. Like years. Kim has been a great athlete, great competitor. But and I've had the Ben Gordons and some great basketball players. But very few people, and Alex done the same thing with his body and working his game. Very few people have done what he did. And he started calling every freshman be here in June, and he stayed. In the meantime, he played for the USA against USA team. He was 3 or 4 different camps, then back with the select team USA against the national team. And I very rarely, right, once again, from Ray Allen to Rip Hamilton to all those great players, no one has equaled his workload. Some of those guys, Ben might be equal, but no one has passed what he's done. He came as a guy that can make coast-to-coast layups, and he does a lot more than that now. And obviously, what he's done with his body, I think by working the weight room, he's terrific. And I think the same thing with Alex. Alex is a different player this year, and I've told him day one, you're a double-double guy. And that's what we need you. We need double. So I think, very honestly, I really like this team. I really do. And part of it is what they've put in prepared for the season. We have a long road to go and all that kind of stuff. But bottom line is, they got themselves ready for the season. And I can tell you from that game at Ford Field, there's no question that that's not the same Kemba Walker that you now see, physically and skill-wise.
Coach, it wasn't long ago that you seemed to have some concerns about the team's defense. What have you learned over these last 2 days, and what have they been doing so well?
I didn't think we played well against Vermont, defensively, and Vermont turns out to be a pretty good team, by the way. And nevertheless, we didn't play totally good defense. And yesterday we played okay defense, and then tonight we played terrific defense. I mean, that's a really, really good basketball team. They got a scare yesterday from Chaminade, and the more I see Chaminade, they're really good. They're a good basketball team to give anybody a scale or beat you. Point being simply is that they turned it up a notch, and all the things that we've been talking about, over top of screens, hedge, help and cover, playing blue on top, and just doing some of our defensive scheme sets. They did a great job. But then a lot of key to that comes down to rebound. And we had a mainstay. We had a guy in there that we could rely upon, and then other guys get bits and pieces, certainly Roscoe, etc. But having Alex in there kind of makes life a little bit easier for us, and it sets our defense up.
All right, Coach, players, thank you very much. Nice win. UConn advances to the championship game, which will be tomorrow at 5 p.m.